Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be a best of 2, 3? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's best of 3. The 2v2 from the Golden Cup. Let's switch over to a spectator here. Between Lawliet and FoCuS versus 120 and Check. Okay, so yeah, this is essentially take 2 because I forgot to record audio and that was definitely not a smart move, so alright. Hopefully things will be a little better this time around. So yeah, 120 spawning in as the red undead in the bottom right, his ally Check, the night elf in the bottom right as well. The map is on Centaur Grove. They'll be facing off against FoCuS, the pink orc in the top left, and Lawliet, the pink night elf in the top left. So far, it seems like both Night Elves are going for a rather, different approach than the Night Elves we've seen in the past two series. The past two 2v2 series. They're both going to go Keepers of the Grove, and that will be built upon later on. As you can see or notice that we don't actually have any Ancient of Wars just yet, and that's that kind of leads into later on. Anyway, 120 is going to go for a TID opening here. Of course, it doesn't look too accelerated like WC3 did in his series with Yumiko against these two players. That's because, yeah, Check is not funneling any resources into him, so it's just a standard TID opening. We have the Death Knight coming out for 120, and we should have the Blade Master coming out for FoCuS. FoCuS is going for a pretty standard orc opening as well. The Voodoo Lounge has been completed, so the double salves, clarity, and the speed scroll will be purchased there, so a whole boatload of items has been picked up. And yeah, Keeper is moving out. The Centaurs have been picked up by their respective sides, and they should be going into a Hunter Soul and Ancient of Wars. So this is what it was going to lead into. Mass Huntresses for the Night Elf players. I think this is generally how it should go in 2v2. I think the last two 2v2 series was an exception, but I don't exactly know what made it that exception. So yeah, a bit of a question mark here, but anyway, Check is going for a double Ancient of Wars rather early on. I believe Lawliet adds his slightly later. It's probably just some timing issues there from Lawliet, but it shouldn't matter too much. Mass Huntresses will be generally a pretty good unit in 2v2 scenarios because their bouncing glaives will generally hit for the maximum bounce numbers, so yeah, that's probably why they are going to be picked up so liberally, I guess. I guess that's the word, I don't really know. Ultravision is going to be queued up for Check. Meanwhile, same thing goes for Lawliet. I believe both players will stick to tier 1 for quite some time. It does seem rather weird to see double Ancient of Wars and then tier 2s so soon, so there's probably going to be some way of just justifying that double Ancient of War there. Detonations to remove the Entangle from the Keepers, and generally this is what the Keepers will be used for as well. Entangle will create setups for those Huntresses to go surround and hopefully kill off, but a bunch of Wisp are being brought with these armies to just detonate those entanglements right there. As you can see, a Death Coil was slightly late from 120's part there, and thanks to that, the Blade Master able to pick up enough kills to get that level 2, so he should be getting the critical strike chance as his second ability. Entangle onto that Huntress. She did try to Shadow Melt there, but of course she was entangled, so can't really get out of that. The Blade Master getting focused down quite a bit as well. The Entangle did go on him, but with the rejuvenation it did wear off soon after, and he just walked out of the surround right there. So a little close on the pink side, but it does seem like the red team is looking pretty solid so far. Death Knight kind of out of mana there, but no nearby units are that low health for him to require mana, so he'll just pop that replenishment potion that he picked up from, I believe, the Goblin Merchant camp. Yeah, that should be the case. Blade Master with a Salve and the Clarity. Actually, the Clarity just finished being used up there. Replenishment could get cancelled by the Blade Master, and there we go. Only about 100 mana gain back for the Death Knight, but honestly that's enough for one more Death Coil, so doesn't matter too much. I don't think replenishment gives that much in terms of mana, I believe, so I guess it didn't matter too much there. Goldmine is being cleared out. I don't know if this will lead into an expansion, but an entangle onto the Keeper of the red side. It does wear out really early on since it is a hero. Instead, Czech did go for an entangle on a Huntress, and that does have full value there. The Blade Master is getting surrounded by the creep and those red units, and will get killed off there. That is a disadvantage in selling a TP scroll so early on. It's that you can't actually get out if you're out of mana. So that was a slight miscalculation for the pink side there. Keeper is getting bursted down quite a bit, but he should be able to run away with the speed scroll. Shadowhunter is out, tossing out a couple of hexes here and there, but yeah, without the Blade Master to provide the DPS, it is kind of difficult for those hexes to be monopolized off of. Early expand here from Lawliet. He is still pumping out double Huntresses, but I believe the red side is in the lead, kind of. Slightly in the lead, actually. 32-39 versus 36-37. In fact, I believe the pink side does have slightly more in terms of numbers, but yeah, losing that Blade Master was maybe a slight error in FoCuS's part there. Double Bestiaries into double Raiders. They will do pretty solidly well against those Huntresses. Of course, they will take the full damage, the full bonus damage from Huntresses regardless, since they are medium versus normal. So yeah, there is that trade-off, but who knows? They will struggle quite a bit against those Crypt Fiends, however, as they do take reduced damage from siege damage. So yeah, Crypt Fiends will basically have to be dealt with by Huntresses, and the Raiders will do pretty nicely against those Huntresses. Red side is moving to attack Lawliet's base. Not much in terms of defense here. Of course, the pink side can go for a pincer. The only problem is that it will be FoCuS who will have that 50-50 chance to miss, since he is on lower ground. Illusions on those Crypt Fiends to make it seem like the pink side is still outnumbered, but here we go with this engagement here. Raider is going to get focused down. Lots of detonations here from the Wisps. Detonation on that Hex is kind of a miscalculation, misclick right there. Scroll of the protection for the red side is going to try and brute force this fight. Level 3 has been gained on the Keeper for Czech, but it does seem kind of like the red side is going to be running away. Shadowhunter is getting bursted down, but he will healing wave right back up. Ensnare onto the Keeper, and will he get finished down? No, he will go for that TP scroll that he has been keeping for the entire game, and the red, at least the red Night Elf player will be able to retreat. Meanwhile, it does seem like 120. Will he struggle in this escape? He does have Unholy Aura, so he should be able to outrun at least the Huntresses, so yep, there we go. Did spend a TP scroll for it, but at least it put the pressure on the pink side of the map here.
The town is under siege.
Looking over, no tier 2 just yet. No, not even Ancient of Wonder, which is kind of surprising. Sword House is being built currently, Lich is on the way, and Web is also in progress. Does seem like 120 is saving resources for a tier 3 jump, I think. Maybe not. He's just queued up another Crypt Fiend. And an attack going on Czech's base, which could be a bit of a problem, but the red side is here. They could cut off FoCuS's reinforcements. And yeah. Lawliet is going to TP back after taking down an Ancient of War. It did seem like, yeah, I think Czech was supply block for a while, but nevertheless he is going to rebuild his Ancient of War there. So it does seem like he's never going to go to tier 2. Probably the same story as Lawliet. So yeah, probably just going to go over upkeep in terms of with just those huntresses. So yeah, there's that. Keeper has Sober Mask, agility, +2 agility, not too useful on the Keeper. Blade Master has +3 agility as well. He also has a Sentry Ward. Did he place it anywhere? I have no idea. I believe, yeah, that is it. But so far, Blade Master not really good items. Neither does the Shadow Hunter, sadly. So,
forces are under attack.
but FoCuS is going to go for another attack. He does have Raiders, so they will deal bonus damage against this Tree of Life, which is not that tanky since it is only a tier 1 building. So it will be probably focused down, and yeah, with this destroyed, the gold mine is no longer able to be mined off of. Ancient Pit is finally completed, but honestly, the damage is being dealt. I don't know why the base wasn't defended on. It is going to be counterattacked by the Night Elf player here, but yeah, FoCuS is probably just going to TP back to defend. Lawliet, on the other hand, did go for another attack on 120's base, unable to finish that off because he has no siege damage. He did TP back to this expansion, so he will be able to pincer. Uh-oh, he's gonna pincer Check's army here. Hex onto that Keeper of the Grove. No TP scroll. He is gonna be taken down at level 3. Keeper of the Grove for Lawliet will get level 3. Blade Master is pretty low on health, but he's able to walk away from that. Huntresses are trying to deal as much damage as possible, but without any reinforcements, it's kind of hard to continue fighting on. As soon as I say that, 120 does arrive with his army. Obsidian Statue is out, so should be able to top off those low hit point huntresses. There's a lot of huntresses, by the way. Yeah, an insane amount, 42 supply in terms of huntresses. I don't think the Keeper has been revived, so that is basically just those huntresses and those wisps out of supply for Check. So sadly, he is unable to revive his Keeper, and he probably might just be out of the game for the rest of the match because he is going to get attacked once again. He has no resources to rebuild that Tree of Life, and he's just got to try and make his worth pay out for itself with those huntresses, because 120 is the only one mining off of a gold mine versus the pink side who does have 2. Two gold mines. Sorry about that, I got interrupted. Yeah, so Check is finally going to go back and try to defend whatever base he has left. There's not much to defend. Maybe those minwells, but other than that, there's not really much that there's to defend here. I mean, they're going to engage against these huntresses and Keeper. 120 is going to bring over some reinforcements there. FoCuS is just farming it out on those creep camps. Keep Scroll is going to be used by Lawliet, but honestly, he probably can't afford to just keep burning TP scrolls because he has a gold mine. He actually had 2 gold mines until it got destroyed, but yeah, bit of a problematic situation that the red side is on right now. FoCuS is going to go after 120's base this time. The gold mine could be the target for FoCuS. He is taking down the graveyard to probably just get rid of this wall, but yeah, he's going after those acolytes. Red side is going to try and counterattack, but this is basically in exchange for 1 base for the last base, and yeah, it's probably not a good trade. Spirit Towers are going to try their best to try and just take out as many raiders as possible, but yeah, if that gold mine falls, I don't know if 120 has enough gold to replace that. He does, but that's pretty much going to be his last bit of gold until he can finally mine some more. So there we go, GG, and that was a rather oppressive game from the pink side. Honestly, the team fights look pretty good for the red team, but just taking down that Tree of Life early on crippled the red side long enough for FoCuS to just cripple the remaining red player. So yeah, there is that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. See you guys again in game 2.